Welcome. Let's start today's practice by sitting at the rear of the mat on our heels, our knees nice and wide, about as wide as the mat, and then try to create some length in your spine, sitting nice and upright, gaze relaxed and forwards. Rest your hands down on your thighs and then start to shut down your eyes as you relax into your breath. We're going to fold forwards into child's pose, that same sense of length in our spine. So folding at the hips, reaching the head forward and relaxing down till your forehead touches the floor, your arms out in front of you. Think about your breath, inhaling deeply through the nose, letting the air warm as it passes through your nose and filling your chest, and then sighing out the air slowly either through your mouth or through your nose. Let your hips sink deeper towards the floor with every exhalation. Take that air in deeply through your nose, and when you exhale, feel yourself sinking in and folding forwards. And from here we come up to tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and then we start to circle out the hips, trying to create some heat in the lower spine, getting us ready for the practice that's ahead. Make those movements as exaggerated or as small as you're comfortable with. And now we take that weight forward, so we circle over our wrists, trying to warm them up, getting them ready for what's about to come. And from here, we're going to take some toe crunches. So tuck your toes into the mat, digging into the surface, and then push your seat towards your heels. As you inhale, come to tabletop. Exhale, seat goes down to heels. Inhale, come to tabletop. Exhale, seat to heels. Inhale for tabletop. Exhale, seat to heels. Inhaling up to tabletop for the last time. Exhale, seat to heels. And then bring your chest upright, spine nice and tall, with your toes still tucked underneath you, stretching out the fascia on the soles of your feet. Remember to breathe. Come forward into that tabletop position one more time and just shake out those feet, get the blood flowing back through. Now bring your hands to the front of the mat. We're going to lift our hips up till our knees come off the floor. Bring your hands back another 6 inches and repeat. So hips go high, knees come off the floor. Hands go back another 6 inches. Hips go high, knees rise. This time hands in line with your knees, hips rise. Last time, try the lift with your hands just behind your knees. And now take your hands behind you on the floor, point your fingers behind and open up your chest. Keep breathing. Okay, shake out those wrists. Come forward, hands to the front of the mat, coming up into our first downward facing dog. Walk that dog out, so bending one leg, straightening the other. Trying to get some sensation of movement through the back of the legs. And let's get ready to take a variation on sun salutations. So find some stillness, bend your knees, look forward to the front of the mat, and then step your feet all the way to the front until they meet your hands. Okay, take a halfway lift, forward fold, and then reach your hands for the sky, finishing in mountain pose, shrugging your shoulders up and then back and down. Okay, get a sensation of your thighs squeezing together, and a sense of height, a sense of growth. Okay, on your next inhalation, we're going to reach for the sky, exhale to forward fold, inhale for a halfway lift, exhale for a forward fold, and as we inhale we step back into high plank, exhaling for chaturanga, Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, either nice and still in dog, or you can take a little walk out if you need to. Okay, again, repeat that sun salutation. So bend your knees, look forward to the front of the mat. Step, till you're in a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale, hands go all the way to the sky. Exhale into mountain pose. Inhaling as you shrug up. Exhale, shrug the shoulders back and down. Okay, squeeze thighs, squeeze butt cheeks. Feel nice and tall. Okay. And inhaling, take the hands back to the sky. Exhale for your forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling as we step back into that high plank. Exhale as you take your chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, again, take that dog for a walk if you need to. Okay, and last time then, bend your knees, look forward. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands go to the sky. As you exhale, hands down to mountain pose. Inhaling as you shrug up. Exhaling, shoulders back and down. Squeeze thighs, squeeze butt cheeks. Feel tall. Relax your gaze as you look forwards. Take your left hand and reach for the sky and point your right fingers down towards the floor, opening up the side of your body. Okay, swapping sides, so the right fingers reach for the sky, left fingers point towards the floor, opening up on your right side. Okay, and then we're going to relax back to center to mountain pose. Taking a little back bend here. Hands go to the butt cheeks, squeeze your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades together, bending slightly backwards as far as you're comfortable. Slowly come out and slide your thighs past your knees, down your shins towards the floor. We're going to ragdoll out here. Okay, have your knees as bent as far as you need to make yourself comfortable. Okay, come up to a halfway lift, widen out your feet. And then grab hold of your big toes with your first two fingers and forward folding in, pulling out with your elbows to gain some more depth. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale for a forward fold. As you inhale, stepping back into your high plank. Exhale for your chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Walking out that dog again if you need to. Okay, from here we're going to come in to our lizard variations. So right leg first, right leg rises, bend your knee towards your chest, and then place your foot on the outside of your right hand, dropping the back knee, untucking your toe, thinking about your hips pushing forwards and down towards the front of the mat, opening up your thigh and opening up your groin. Okay, remember to keep with the breath. From here we open to the side by pointing our fingers on our right hand all the way to the back of the mat, letting the gaze follow that hand. Coming back to center then, both hands on the front knee, chest nice and upright, sucking in the belly button, letting the pelvis push forwards. We finish on this side by taking a half split, push the hips all the way back, and try and fold forwards towards your thigh, so belly button going in towards thigh, using your hands for balance, and again having that front knee as bent or as straight as you're comfortable. Okay, from here we take back into high plank, flow through our vinyasa, taking that chaturanga, upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Get ready to move on the left side. So left side, left heel rises, roll forward, knee into chest, left foot lands on the outside of your left hand, drop the back knee, untuck the toe. Try and get a sensation this time of your shoulders dropping inside that left knee. So sinking forwards and down towards the mat. Okay, and then we open up to the left hand side, so the left hand points to the back of the mat. Let the gaze follow. Coming back to center, both hands on the front knee. We come upright, relax the gaze, push the pelvis forward, suck that belly button in. Finish off with half splits on this side. Let's push the hips all the way back, try and straighten out that left leg, folding forwards in towards that thigh. Okay. Trying to lengthen with every inhalation and folding deeper with every exhalation. Okay, hands back to the front of the mat, step back into high plank, flowing through. So exhale for chaturanga, inhale for up dog, exhale downward facing dog. Okay, from here we're going to move into some standing poses. Starting with our right hand side. So right heel rises, roll forward knee into chest. This time put your foot in between the hands, peel yourself up into high lunge. And we're going to pulse this out here. So inhale to reach high, straighten your legs. Exhale, sink low, point at the floor. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, sink low. Inhale, reach high, exhale, sink low. Inhale, reach high, exhale, sink low. Inhale, reach high, and exhale, sink low. And from here, coming into warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Come back to warrior two, straighten out both legs. Inhaling, reaching forwards, and then spinning into triangle pose. Remembering to open the chest and the hips to the side. Extended side angle, bend that front knee in, create a nice long line, blade of foot to the tip of that top hand. From here we take a twisted lunge, so that top hand comes to the floor, and twist the right hand out, pointing towards the ceiling. Standing splits, we're going to bring that top hand to the floor, push up into a one-legged forward fold, trying to get belly button coming towards thigh. Land that back foot, bring your hands behind your back, and then pull yourself to upright. Turn to the side of the mat, take a wide-legged stance. From here, hands behind your back, we fold at the hips, all the way forward, working with our breath. When you're at the limit of your range, you can bring your hands to the floor. Okay, from here, toe heel your feet closer together until they're just wide the shoulders. Sit into a squat and then come into goddess. And hold and breathe. If your legs are not shaking, you can't be doing it right. Push your legs out straight. Turn towards the front of the mat. Give yourself a moment. Then hands down. Step back into your high plank. Take your chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog, and walk that dog out if you need to. Okay, we're going to repeat with variation on the left side. So left heel rises, knee into chest, foot comes between hands. Peel yourself up into high lunge. And let's pulse out that lunge, trying to get the hips to sink deeper every time, pushing that back heel towards the back of the mat. From here, then come out into that warrior two position. Reach forward as far as you can, flip your palm, reverse your warrior, come back to warrior two, straighten out both legs, reach forward, come into triangle, getting that opening feeling. Okay, take your gaze either to the floor or to the top hand. Extended side angle, create that long line fingertip to heel. Twisting out that lunge, so right hand comes down, left hand goes high, and then coming into your standing splits, standing forward fold on one leg. Okay, really try and squeeze belly button in towards thigh. Land the back foot, grab your hands behind your back and pull yourself upright. Take your legs wide into a wide-legged stance, facing the side of the mat, hands on hips, and we fold forward again, hinging at the hips, nice long spine, Work with your breath. Take your time as you go down. Okay, when you find yourself at limit, take your hands to the floor and we're going to twist this out. So right hand's going to go to the sky, left hand stays on mat. Let your gaze follow that top hand. Swapping sides, right hand comes down, left hand rises to the sky, twist those shoulders out. Okay, your hand come back to the floor. You're going to take a wide-legged lunge going down to the left first, so bending the left knee, straightening out the right leg. Okay, using your hands as balance. Okay, swapping sides, bending into the right side, straight left leg, toes pointing at the sky. Try and bring your gaze a little bit more forward. Okay, straighten out both legs again, and we're going to grab our big toes with the first two fingers of each hand, trying to pull ourselves deeper, pushing your hips high, trying to lengthen out your legs. Slide those hands back up your hips until you come to upright, and then take yourself forward again. We're going to flow through that vinyasa one last time, taking your chaturanga, up dog, down dog, and we're going to hold, and we're going to breathe, and we're going to try and relax our neck. Okay, and then sink down. Knees can come back down to the mat, and we're going to take a seat on the heels again. Knees nice and wide, about mat width again. Lengthening out your spine, trying to get control back with our breath. Inhaling deeply through our nose, and then either sighing the air out through our mouth or through the nose, but the secret being slowly controlling that exhalation. We're trying to regain our breath. Once we regain our breath, we'll slow down our heart, we'll get control of our mind. From here, with that same breath work, folding into child's pose, and we're going to hold here for about a minute, so a nice long time, working on your breath, working on that sensation of sinking your hips down into the mat. So from here then, when we're ready, we're going to return back to that theme that we started off the session with. So we're going to slowly bring ourselves back up into our tabletop position. So coming up onto your hands and your knees. We're going to circle those hips out again, feeling how much nicer they feel now we've done all that work. Okay, that movement is so much freer than it was before. Okay, and then when you're ready, we can take that weight forward over your wrists, see if we made any difference in that area. Okay, just gentle circles, try not to overdo it over your wrists. And I'm going to take puppy dog, so reach your hands forward as far as they will go, rest your forehead down onto the mat, and try and keep your hips above your knees. If you're uber flexible in this, you can take your chin to the mat and look forward. For most people, the forehead down is enough. Trying to keep nice long arms, elbows off floor. Trying to open up the back of our shoulders. Okay, staying with your breath. Okay, from here, drop the elbows to the floor, take the hands into a prayer position behind your back, point your fingers down your spine. You should be feeling your triceps opening up. If you're not getting there, just push your hips towards the back of the mat, just to open up a little bit further, a little bit deeper for you. Okay, and then we're going to open our heels and try and sit our sit bones all the way down to the floor. Okay, feel your thighs curling towards each other in hero's pose. Nice long spine, and then twisting out. Twist out to the right first. Okay, each time you inhale, we're trying to gain a bit of height. On your exhalation, getting a bit more rotation. You're using your hands as levers. Okay, come back to the center for a moment, then change sides. Inhale to get that height, and exhale to get your twist on. Okay, inhaling, get that height. Exhaling, get your twist. Come back to center, and then we're going to fold backwards. Okay, as far as you're comfortable, so it may just be on your hands. You can see here I'm down towards my elbows. this point it starts to crease out my back, it gets uncomfortable. Okay, if you can go all the way to the floor, then brilliant. Okay, come back to seated position as gracefully as you can, and then hands back to the front of the mat. We're going to take ourselves into down dog. Okay, and when you get to down dog, start walking your hands back towards your feet, nice and slow, until we get into a forward fold at the back of the mat. Take a halfway lift here, and then forward fold. See if you can get synced nice and deep. Okay, slide your hands slowly up your shins, past your knees, past your thighs, till you come upright. Okay, take your time. You might feel a little bit giddy here. Okay, as you can see, I'm shaking myself out. Alright, I'm going to take some balancing. Okay, I'm going to start on our left foot, and we're going to take warrior 3. So find a position in the middle of the mat where you're comfortable, the floor's nice and flat, hands into prayer, and then lift your back leg up. Try and get into an upright T, pushing your heel towards the back of the room. Okay, coming in to half moon, so the left hand goes down, right hand reaching for the sky, trying to open up your shoulders, open up your hips, and pointing your toes at the side. Okay, slowly come out when you're ready. And get ready to go on the other side. So again, we're going to find a position where we're comfortable. Right foot in the center of the mat. Okay, coming into warrior 3 first, so hands into prayer in front of your chest. Okay, and then back foot rises, creating that upright T. Trying to get some length from your head to your heel. So half moon, right hand goes to the floor, left hand to sky, trying to open your shoulders up. Try and open up everything to the side of the mat. Okay, and relax out. Bring yourself to upright, nice and slowly. Okay, a little shake out if you need it. Find yourself at the back of the mat one more time. And then coming into our warm down. Gradually coming into forward fold, slide your palms down your thighs, put down your shins, walk your hands forward into your high plank. Taking that vinyasa, chaturanga, through up dog, through downward facing dog. Have a little walk out here. Going to prep ourselves for pigeon. Taking pigeon first on the right hand side. So right heel rises, roll forward, knee comes to wrist this time. Bring your foot across your body, slide your hips back and down, and fold yourself forward. Remembering to keep your hips nice and square. Okay, you should be feeling all of that sensation in your butt cheek on your right hand side, and perhaps into your groin on your right hand side as well. Okay, and relax here and breathe. We're going to hold these stretches for about a minute each. Okay, bring yourselves onto your hands, slowly roll onto your right hip, and then bring your left foot all the way across until it crosses your left knee, half Lord of the Fishes. So we twist on that opposing knee, putting the elbow into the knee, rotating the shoulders out, using your hand for balance. Okay, from here we take a twisted forward fold, straighten out your left leg, grab your toes with your left hand, bring your right foot in towards your groin, and then open up your shoulders as your right hand comes up and over, reaching to the front of the mat, trying to open up to the side here. Okay, and relaxing out slowly, put both legs out straight, give them a little wriggle, and I'm going to come into down dog to get ready for the left side. So pushing your hips high into downward facing dog. Okay, and then we're going to lift our left heel, left knee comes into left wrist, foot comes across body, half pigeon. Slide those hips all the way back and down, flattening out, squaring out. Okay, and relaxing your head down. You can see I've got my head relaxed on my hands as a pillow here. Okay, work with your breath. Each time you exhale, just sink nice and deep into that stretch. Okay, and holding here. Work your way onto your hands again, roll onto your left side. Right foot comes across left knee, using your elbow and your knee to twist out half Lord of the Fishes to the other side. Remember to work with your breath, inhaling for high, exhaling for rotation. Straighten out right leg, grab your toes of your right hand, bring your left heel into your thigh, open up your chest, and we'll take that forward fold but stretched out to the side, so opening up to the side, reaching that left hand up and over, trying to open up your body to the side of the mat. Okay, straighten out both legs for me, give them a little wriggle out. Okay, and then we're going to lie down on our backs. Okay, windscreen, wipe your knees side to side momentarily. Grab your right knee with both hands, squeeze it in towards your chest. Keep your left leg long, heel pointing towards the bottom of the mat. Let go with the right hand and then use the left hand to pull the knee across you and supine twist. Jiggle your hips if you need to get your hips to stack vertically on top of one another. Bring that knee back to center, swap sides. This time squeezing the left knee in towards the chest. Pushing the right heel towards the bottom of the mat to straighten out that right leg. Take the left hand long beside you and pull your left knee across the body, stacking the hips on top of one another. Take the gaze out along the stretched arm. Come back to center. Give your little knees a little play out. Okay, and grab both knees, pulling them in towards yourself. And then roll around, massaging your lower back. I'm going to finish off with Happy Baby, reaching in between the knees, grabbing the soles of the feet and pulling your knees down towards you. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed onto the floor. Okay, finishing off, coming in to our final resting pose, Shavasana. It's important to make yourself comfortable. So check in with your body, check in with your head, making sure you're relaxed, it's as comfortable as it can be. Down to your shoulders. Do you need to adjust your shoulders? Do you need to jiggle around? Down to your hips. Do you need to make any fibre movements on the hips? And then down to your feet. Make sure your feet are heavy and relaxing and falling out to the side. And let your palms face up towards the sky. Shut down your eyes and start to concentrate on your breath work. So we use this opportunity, this time at the end of the session, to train our mind, to try and bring our focus back to ourselves. Think about each breath, each inhalation. Feel what that breath feels like against your lips as you sigh the air out slowly from your body. Try to maintain a count with the breath, either counting down from 10 towards 0, or the other way around from 1 to 10. Bring your focus to each number, to each count, with each breath. As soon as you feel distracted, bring your concentration back to the count. Now either stay in Shavasana or roll onto your right hand side to a fetal position, using your hands as a pillow, keeping your eyes shut down. Just taking a few last moments. Okay, and when you're ready, and only if you're ready, begin to sit up. Come to a comfortable position, either sitting on your heels again or cross-legged, feet in front of you. And take a final couple of breaths in this position. Eyes shut down with a nice long spine. Just feeling the air moving to and from your body. Okay, thank you everybody, and well done. See you on the next session.